Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, my name is Nyah Macklin, and I am the developer evangelist for the Americas here at Couchbase. And today is October 18th, 2023, and we have the absolute pleasure of welcoming Gabriel Terwesten, a developer at Lodem. Yay! Super exciting. So Gabriel, I'm going to be asking you a couple different questions today, and I hope you have some answers for us. Gabriel, everyone, is one of our Couchbase ambassadors, so we're so thrilled to be interviewing Gabriel today.
Thanks, great to be here.
Yeah, excellent, excellent, excellent. If I were to be able to whip up a new feature, or if I was a Couchbase genie, okay, and I could grant you any feature wish that you'd have for Couchbase, what one or two features would you love to see implemented in the Couchbase ecosystem?
Well, what would be really awesome would be kind of something like a completely free tier for the Capella offering to get projects, test projects, or just hobby projects set up, so you can really quickly experience or try out things with Couchbase Lite and with data synchronization. That would be really awesome.
So I'd love
because
to. Yeah, go ahead.
because now you have to figure out how to set up a whole cluster in Docker or maybe on your local machine, or of course you can create a full-scale cluster in Capella, but you would have to pay for it, or you have to be diligent in shutting it down again. So it would be awesome if you had just a really easy option to try out the ideas with Couchbase.
And I laugh because that has been both feedback that we've heard so many times with developers, and that I as well, as I was onboarding onto Couchbase, I thought a permanently free tier would be really massive for Couchbase.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want you to know that we are of like minds, right?
Great.
As many engineers and devs are for Couchbase. So I can't say much about it, but I do want you to know that we are thinking about this heavily and how to do it equitably, and we're working on it. So keep your eyes out. Perfect.
I will.
Perfect. I want to know a little bit about, like, what does being a Couchbase ambassador for you, Gabriel? What does that mean, right? What do you do on your day-to-day? It doesn't have to be every day, but like, what do you do when you are like doing Couchbase ambassador things and responsibilities? And then also, what's one reason that you continue to come back and use and build projects on Couchbase?
Well, I try to be active in the forums. That's one point, or one type of activity that's related to being an ambassador. And I try to give talks. Just recently this year, and I gave a talk at FlutterConf in Berlin, where I talked about Couchbase. That's something that I want to continue in the next year, and maybe this year even. But those are the main two areas where the activities of me as an ambassador kind of have focused.
I love it. And what do you think is the reason why you continue to come back and build with Couchbase? Like, what about Couchbase makes you excited to even be an ambassador?
Well, I think it's really interesting what kind of projects, what kind of areas of the industry are using Couchbase. It's not necessarily a huge number of companies, but it's really interesting companies that use Couchbase. Really big companies, but also companies that have really niche requirements for their software, like companies that produce energy, that have to have software that is really reliable and works even if there's no internet, or because they have to maintain infrastructure anywhere in the world. or companies. I know one company is using Couchbase because they build software to support builders who build houses and other kinds of buildings, and they need reliable software because it's software that is deployed on devices that aren't always in range of internet or stable internet. But Couchbase is also used by really big companies that use their server offerings, which just have incredible throughput. So it's just in general a really interesting platform with a wide range of use cases.
But what was your first aha moment when you were trying to build something with Couchbase? What was the thing that got you hooked? You're like, oh, this is really cool. And do you have a favorite feature right now?
But I think it's the data synchronization feature, definitely. Because well, as part of building Couchbase, the Couchbase Lite SDK for Dart, I also built a few little apps that use Couchbase Lite not just for synchronizing data from time to time, but also use the continuous synchronization feature for real-time applications.
Yeah.
And I built a little chat app. I actually built this chat app in the talk that I held, from going from the zero, from a completely empty Flutter app to a fully functioning Flutter chat app. There's no login or anything like that, but it's an app that can be executed on two different devices, and they can exchange messages, and it's all in real time. And
Wow.
it's really, it fits in a few hundred lines of code.
Mhm.
And it's working really well.
Huge, huge. And you're using Couchbase as your database, correct?
Exactly, as the database and data synchronization layer.
And so I'd love to get your opinion. You seem to have worked in the Couchbase ecosystem for a while. You're really deep into the SDK work. What do you think is one of the biggest challenges facing Couchbase today?
That's an interesting question. Let
Yeah,
me think.
of course, take your time.
I think from my perspective, a challenge when talking with people about my open source work on Couchbase is that Couchbase doesn't yet have the kind of reach. The name doesn't have the same
Mhm.
reach as MongoDB or other big databases,
Of course.
and it's not necessarily known by as many developers as those technologies, even though it's used by really huge companies, which build their whole infrastructure and platforms on top of Couchbase. So I assume it's very well known in those companies, but in the general bigger developer community, it doesn't have the same reach as those other mentioned technologies. I think that's a challenge probably, and something to improve.
Excellent point. Yeah. Don't worry. I know that's something that we're trying to work on. What do you think? Like, what's something that we could do to try and get Couchbase's name out there? I'm just here with you trying to figure out what can we do to let folk know of the incredible features that we have and the ways that both companies and individuals are using Couchbase in ways that were actually really beneficial to the projects that are being built. How do we get our name out there, or what's one idea that you have?
That's a good question. I don't really have an answer, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think, I mean, the wish from my side for free trial tier is coming from this perspective that would probably make it a lot easier for people to get into it, to try it out. I think the documentation is great. I don't really, unfortunately, I don't really have a good answer.
That is okay. That's totally okay. How do you
Mhm.
think Couchbase is also differentiating itself from our competition?
Hmm. That's a good question.
Just from your
Well,
perspective, right?
I don't think there is really a database platform in the sense that the Couchbase server is with all those different services that you have. You have for storage, for querying, for full text search, but also eventing and analytics, which allow you to really build things quicker and with fewer involved parts.
Right.
Which is, I don't think there's anything comparable in terms of features.
We appreciate you. Thank you. We try our best. No, that's really, really great to hear. And I ask that question because I always, try to figure out from devs who use Couchbase, right? Other devs, right? Like why have you chosen Couchbase versus all the other, all the other DBaaS or database as a service products that are out on the market, right? What draws people into Couchbase? Is it the plethora of the different products that we make available? Is it the flexibility of those products? Is it the community that we have, right? We're really trying to hone in on what are some of the reasons that people choose Couchbase, and also just trying to highlight that, right? Like it's hard to be a smaller known company in the field, and we're just trying to make sure that we are giving it our best shot. So I appreciate
That's
you.
Great.
Thank you so much. What are you most excited about for the future of Couchbase?
That's interesting. That's not something that I really have thought about actively, because a lot of things have been happening. A lot of new features, scopes, and connections were added, and just a lot of other features in the Couchbase server.
That's good to hear.
I don't really have an answer.
That's okay. And that's good to hear, because it shows us that like we're not just waiting for a certain point in order to build out these incredible features that'll benefit developers' lives, right? We're constantly doing it, right? We're constantly working on improving our ecosystem in our products. And to hear that for you, that has been the case, that has been your experience, where it's like, oh, I thought of a feature and it's currently being implemented, so I no longer have to wish for it in the future. That is really, really helpful knowledge to know. So that's good. Like, we appreciate you and we appreciate that feedback. And that just tells us we're doing something right. So we're going to keep trying to do that. Thank you so much, Gabriel. You have been a delight, a joy, so brilliant. It's been an honor. And thank you so much from the Couchbase Developer Relations team, Couchbase SDK team, all of the Couchbase team. We're delighted to have you as an ambassador, and we can't wait to have you come chat with us again. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks. Okay? This was great.
Hey, excellent. All right. I'll talk to you soon, Gabriel. Have a wonderful day.
Bye. You too.
Bye, friend.